Brookins, and I'm going to be doing my air brake inspection for Class A. I'm going to turn on my ignition to check my ABS light, and which is working properly. I'm going to be checking my 6 items. My seatbelt is not cut or damaged, and it latches and unlatches properly. My steering wheel is no more than 2 inches clay and not missing any parts. No more than 2 inches of clay on the clutch while tapping. My gear shifter is working properly and not missing any components. And my air pressure needs to be below 80 psi. So I'm gonna, right now it's at 88, so I need to go ahead and lower it down. Alright, so now it's at a 72 psi, so we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and safe start my truck. And my brake knobs are pulled out. Okay. Now, I'm going to do my cutout. So I'm going to go between 12 to 14 RPMs to raise up my air pressure no more than 140 psi. So this is an important test that I need to pass. If I don't pass this test, then I can't get my license as a DMV. So I gotta pass it. Months to learn how to do my air brakes test, but I finally got it, so I'm excited about that. Alright, I've reached my cutout at 128 psi, which makes it a good test because it's no more than 140 psi. Alright, so now I'm going to secure my truck. I'm going to go ahead and put my truck in a low gear, and then I'm going to turn off my ignition and turn it back on to the position before starting. Now I'm going to release my clutch slowly and push in my brake knob. Now I'm going to proceed with my applied air pressure test. I'm going to be checking for any leaks in the system. So I can't go any less than 4 psi when I do this test. I'm going to go ahead and push down my service brake until the needle stabilizes. And it stabilized at it stabilized at 91 psi, so my minute starts now. Alright, 30 seconds have went by and I don't hear any air leaks at this time. Alright, my minute is over with. I didn't lose more than 4 psi, and my needle is at 90. Alright, for my next test is the low air warning test. I'm going to see a buzzer or hear a buzzer as I found out my brakes, and it cannot be below 55 psi. Alright, the light has came on right at 56 psi, which makes it a good test because it did not go below 55 psi. Now I'm going to go with my spring brake pop-out test. I'm going to fan down my brakes until both brake knobs pop out. It's going to be between 45 and 20 psi. Alright. Now, it came out at 12 psi, which means that is not good because it's below 20 psi. So, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and safe start my truck. It's in neutral. Both brake knobs are pulled out, so it's ready to be started. I'm going to release the clutch slowly, and then I'm going to go ahead and do another cutout. So I'm going to rev up between 12 to 14 RPMs to get my pressure at between 120 and 140 psi. There we go. All the way down low, under 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. I want to practice this every day.
Yeah.
If I practice this every day, then it'll be like a piece of cake. But I think I'm doing pretty good for so far. We'll see.
Yeah, I practice every day.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Every day.
I just memorize it in my mind.
I know the 67 horsepower.
Oh.
Because my English not very good.
But you said 60%,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go? Me?
Yeah.
He said I gotta go?
I don't know. No.
Is he talking to me? Me? Oh.
Oh.
Alright, well,
Okay.
my class time is up now, but I